Listen closely, because once you hear what I'm about to tell you, you won't be able to unhear it. These ideas won't sit quietly in the back of your mind. They'll follow you into every conversation, every text you send, every moment you share with a woman. And at some point, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, you'll catch yourself doing something that suddenly feels wrong. You'll feel that little twist in your gut, like, damn, that's what he meant. What I'm going to give you isn't theory. It's not manipulation. It's not game. It's awareness. Awareness of the small ways men lose themselves. Awareness of the subtle habits that slowly hand your power away without you noticing. Awareness of how attraction is built and how it's destroyed. So let's begin. Lean in. Let everything else fade for a moment. Because once you understand these truths, you won't chase again. You won't beg again. You won't shrink yourself to keep someone interested. Asterisk. Asterisk. Here's the first thing nobody tells you. Most men talk themselves out of respect. Asterisk. Asterisk. They explain too much, justify too much, try too hard to make their intentions sound pure and harmless. But a woman doesn't feel your heart from your explanations. She feels your confidence from your silence. The man who constantly explains himself is the man who wants permission to exist. The man who says what he means once, clearly, calmly, is the man she remembers. And it's strange, isn't it? The more you try to make her understand you, the less she actually does. But when you stand firm in who you are, without defending it, she leans toward you on her own. Asterisk. Asterisk. And here's the second truth. A man can pursue, but the moment he chases, he loses himself. Asterisk. Asterisk. There's a difference, a big one. Pursuit is intentional. Chasing is frantic. You know that feeling. When you text too fast. When you try to impress. When you try to prove you're a good man, as if she's the prize and you're the applicant. You feel it in your chest. That little spike of anxiety when her response takes too long. That urge to follow up. To double text. To make sure she hasn't forgotten you. But smart, grounded men don't chase. Not because they're cold, but because they know their value doesn't evaporate when a woman steps away for a moment. If she wants you, she'll come forward. If she doesn't, her silence is the answer, and a peaceful one at that. Asterisk. Asterisk. Another truth. Your life story isn't something you hand out like a flyer. Asterisk. Asterisk. Maybe you've done this before. Opened up too fast. Told her your childhood wounds, your fears, your past, your dreams, all before she earned even a fraction of your trust. You called it connection, but what it really was pressure. A woman doesn't fall for the man who reveals everything instantly. She falls for the man she has to learn. The man who shows his layers slowly, intentionally, like pages of a book she can't stop reading. Mystery isn't distance. Mystery is value. Mystery says, I'm willing to share my world, but only with someone who knows how to hold it. Asterisk. Asterisk. And here's a hard one. You are not her therapist. Asterisk. Asterisk. You're not responsible for fixing her moods, her patterns, her storms. You can support her, yes. You can listen, but the moment you try to save her, you become less of a partner and more of a parent. And nothing kills attraction faster than that. Your strength isn't in solving her problems. Your strength is in staying centered while she sorts them out. Because a woman doesn't fall for the man who gets pulled into her chaos. She falls for the man who can stand in the middle of it without losing himself. Asterisk. Asterisk. Now listen carefully to this next part, because this is where most men truly fall. Asterisk. Asterisk. They meet a woman, they feel something, and slowly, almost quietly, their purpose begins to fade. The gym happens less. Their goals slow down. Their mission gets pushed until things settle. And before they even notice, their entire world revolves around her. She never asked for that, but she feels it. And no matter how sweet it seems on the surface, deep down, it makes her lose respect. A woman is most attracted to a man who is already in motion, not a man waiting for her next message to decide his mood. Your mission isn't optional. It's your oxygen. And the moment you replace it with her, you suffocate the very attraction you're trying to build. Asterisk, asterisk. Another quiet trap, competing for her attention. Asterisk, asterisk. First of all, you can't compete for what's yours. And if you feel like you need to win her back from the guy she's laughing with across the room, you've already given away your center. Stay still, stay grounded, stay present. A man who doesn't flinch when her attention wanders, that's the man she remembers on the drive home. Asterisk, asterisk. Here's a deeper one. She can't be the source of your happiness. Asterisk, asterisk. If she becomes your joy, she will eventually become your pain. Not because she wants to hurt you, but because no human being can carry the weight of your entire emotional world. Your happiness must come from your discipline, from your mission, from your inner balance. A woman adds to your life. She does not complete it. You complete yourself. And funnily enough, the more whole you are alone, the more drawn she becomes to you. Let's talk about tests. A woman will test you often without realizing it. She'll pull away, make a comment, challenge your confidence, push a button just to feel your energy shift. If you react emotionally, the test is over and not in your favor. But if you stay calm, if you stay rooted, if you smile, breathe, and let the moment pass through you instead of into you, she feels something powerful. She feels safe, not because you won, but because you stayed you. Asterisk, asterisk. And finally, never apologize for your standards. Asterisk, asterisk. If you want loyalty, peace, femininity, alignment, that is not insecurity, that is clarity. Standards are not demands. They are boundaries that protect your peace. And any woman who is meant for you will respect them, not resent them. A man with standards isn't controlling. He's simply aware of what nourishes his life. And the moment you lower those standards to keep someone, you lose the very self she was drawn to in the first place. These truths aren't rules. They're reminders. Reminders of who you are when you're grounded, focused, balanced. Reminders that attraction isn't something you chase, it's something you embody. Reminders that your value is not created by her response, but by your presence. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Not in yourself, not in her, not in the way the world moves around you.